at a we are at the stages of fundamentals, okay? But this is one of the process that I would like to bring to your notice. At any point of time, before starting up the development activities, we are supposed to follow certain activities, okay, which is a process orientation with respect to the organizations, okay? Now, firstly, before starting up any type of a dashboard, okay, we supposed to follow this process. Now, look at this. That is what? First is functional knowledge, where we used to call it as domain knowledge or business knowledge, whatever it is, you can call it as domain knowledge or business knowledge. So basically what it consists in this area, right? In this area, most of the time it includes such activities like their functionality of the business, okay? Functionality of the business. Guys, I'm going to showcase you this kind of a documentations also, okay? So that is the reason. And second thing is, you have flow of data, how the data is flowing in their organizations with some of, they'll show you with some examples, okay? And then here functionality in the sense their current functionality, okay, and flow of data, okay, and all such kind of stuff. But here, who is going to deal with this activity? Because you are not the domain expert, right? So in this case, a person with a different skill set called business analysts, okay, business analysts, is going to take care of this. That is their responsibility to ensure, okay, to ensure about this, providing a knowledge to the respective team members. How they can share the knowledge? Through TSD or TDD, nothing but not TDD, F, functional specification document, okay, FSD or FDD, functional design documents or functional specification documents. So these documents, they will let you know, okay, and it consists about the terminology of the business also. So all such kind of information will be captured over here and they will let you know, okay. So this is the first stage that I can say. Yes, definitely it is the first stage. Phase 1, we used to call it as phase 1, okay, phase 1. So once this phase is done, side by side, what are we going to do? Isn't it? Okay, yes, project plan, who will be taking care? Your project manager. They won't sit idle, right? Definitely. Once they pass this information, they will take a project plan, okay. Who will involve? Project manager and team lead. In case, if required, team members also can include. So what does it consist, this project plan? This project plan consists firstly about the timelines, isn't it? About the timelines and number of resources. How many number of resources suppose is needed to develop our reports, okay, fine. Next is what? Allocation of work, isn't it? It consists, yes, allocation of work, okay, and what sort of dependencies you have. Don't you think your project plan will have dependencies, dependent tasks, right? So dependencies, okay, and it includes your leave plans also. In case if you are on leave, who is the backup, buffer resources, okay, I can say buffer resources, backup resources, whatever it is, okay, yep, dependencies, okay, and what sort of challenges you have, okay. Timelines for what? Timelines to understand the BRD document, okay, for the development, for the unit testing, plenty of stuff, guys, which includes all these activities, okay. So dependencies and challenges, everything you will have it, okay. Now, once, parallelly, side by side, they will prepare this, okay. Now, what is this? Business requirement analysis. Fine, they have given a functional knowledge, fine. Next, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit idle? No, guys, definitely not. We are going to do some kind of requirement analysis. Whether this requirement is feasible or not. I'm going to analyze that first, right? Yes. And for that analysis, how much time you need? You have to capture it in your time project plan. Everything. Yes. Okay. Now, who will prepare this business requirement analysis? Of course, they're supposed to give a documentation for you, right? They're supposed to give a requirement. Fine, agreed. But who will give this? Okay. That information will be provided by, again, business analyst, and this guy will take a help of your architect, okay. Yes, he will take a help of your architect also, definitely, guys, okay. Now, yes, now look at this. Now, what is this BRD document consists? Guys, this is phase 1, I can say, and this is within phase 2, you will be involved in these two activities, okay, so don't forget that. So this is what we used to call it as phase 1, okay, phase 1. Within phase 2, right, we will be involving the BRD as well as the project plan. This is what? Phase 2, okay. So phase 2 and phase 1. So within this phase 2, BRD. So what is this BRD consists? Isn't it? Yes. BRD consists all about your, first point is about your report requirements, guys. About your report requirements. Okay. And it consists about all your reporting elements. Okay. Reporting elements in the sense, for example, you have reporting elements and data source details. You have data source details also. Okay. Yes, you have data source details and layout, nothing but blueprint of the report. Yes, and it consists scope of the report. Okay, scope of the report. Yes, and value added. With the help of this report, what is the value added? So all this sort of activities will be captured at in this phase. But how they will share that information? Through BRD, business requirement document. Okay. Yes, guys, trust me. Business requirement document. Okay. So BRD. So BRD consists all these details. Okay. Now, what is the next phase then? Isn't it? That is what? Phase 3, which includes technical specification. What is that, guys? Technical specifications. What happened? Oh, come on. Okay, yeah. Technical specifications. Yeah. So technical specs. So who will prepare this technical spec? Yes. So this will be prepared by your senior team member. Okay. This technical specification will be prepared by your senior team member. So I can say your team lead. Yes. So he will prepare. In case if he needed any questions, So you will get in touch with your business analyst plus architect. Yeah, he can get in touch with them. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, it is possible. Okay. Now, how this technical specification or technical documents can be distributed to the developers is what called TSD, technical specification document, or we used to call it as technical design document. Either ways it is fine. Either you can call it as technical specification, or else you can also call as technical design document. We used to call it as TDD, technical design documents. Either ways it is fine. Okay. Yeah. So what this TSD will consist, I mean technical specification document consists what? All the technical details. Okay. Yep. All the technical details, guys. Okay. All the technical details, which includes like what sort of joins, okay, and some required login details, okay, to interact with few servers, okay, right. What else? I can say SQL, okay, and your formulas, okay, which includes your business logic, okay, which includes the business logic, okay. So you have such kind of all the technical informations, okay. Yeah. And guys, so this is what, okay, this is what our second phase, right, which is very important, guys. Phase, then development execution. Okay, so how the development execution is going to happen? So by referring all these layers, okay. Now a concerned developer, right, a concerned developer has to go through all this respective documentation. Yes, he should aware what is the project plan, what is the deadline of my project. He should know that. Am I right? So he should know that. So now all the developers. So it doesn't mean that only one developer is going to involve in top of on top of only one on various reports. No. So you might have different reports, and each and every developer, because each and every developer has got allocated respective work at a project plan level. So you have to refer your project plan during the development phase by referring your technical specification document, BRD, as well as the functionality document. Now, what developers has to do? First, they have to stick on to the timelines. Okay, and in case if they identified any kind of a challenge, they have to incorporate at a right time at a project plan level, and this project plan has to be distributed to the respective targeted audiences. Okay, so then only we can achieve this in a right way. Now, let's say before starting up a development or in the process of development activity, what Mr. Developer has to do? Okay, yes, first thing is getting system. Yes, system and admin rights on that system. You should have admin rights on that particular system because you are going to do the installation. That is the reason. Yes, of which operating system? I mean to say, is that a 64-bit or is that a 32-bit? Okay, you will come to know that once you see the real-time environment, which means, I mean to say, once you see your landscape of your project, because few projects they might use 64-bit and few projects they might use 32-bit. So it depends. So most of the times they will use this 64-bit operating system. That is one thing. So you should know that, and you should get dump of the software. So who will provide this dump of the software? Your Tableau administrator will provide all these details. Okay, which means the location of the software. Okay, they will share. Okay, or else you can download it either ways. Okay, next, does it require a license key? If yes, you need to provide those details. Okay, right guys, so that is one. So before starting up the development activity, he is supposed to focus on what? He is supposed to focus on installation. Side by side, he has to focus this. Okay, and this installation time also you can capture it in your, I can say like you can capture it in your project plan. Yes, installation might take half an hour. Yes, that also has to be captured. Nothing wrong in it. Okay, fine. Guys, are we good so far? Because I'm going to show you the installation also. Because as a developer, now look at this. As a developer, what kind of installation you are going to do? As a developer, I am going to do what? I'm going to do a Tableau desktop. Yes, I'm going to download. I'm going to say I'm going to download I'm going to install Tableau desktop component. Yes, because this Tableau desktop is exclusively for what? Exclusively for modeling and reporting. That is the reason. So Tableau desktop is exclusively for modeling and reporting. Since you are a developer, okay, since you are a developer, you are going to involve, okay, you are going to involve in this activity. So that is quality assurance. Okay, yes, the next phase is what, guys? Quality assurance. Testing. So who will take care about this testing? Is that taken care by you? No, you have concerned teams for that. Might be sometimes, being as a Tableau developer, yes, you have to involve in the testing activity, quality assurance or testing, I can say. Okay, testing team. So who will involve here? Mostly testers. But sometimes, as I'm saying, guys, sometimes few of the organizations, they might ask you to test the reports by the developers itself. So you are going to involve in the development as well as in the testing. So in the testing, what they will involve, what sort of testing activities they will do? Okay. Right, guys. First, they will do data validation, whether the data is accurate or not. Fine. And then functionality testing. I mean to say, have you met with the report requirement in terms of what? That is design, okay, and format, etc. All those things, including with the data and everything. Okay. So for this, they might use some third-party tools like they might use what is that? They might use manual testing, okay, or automation testing, right? And the third-party tools like QC, nothing but quality control, okay, Bugzilla, right, guys? Remedy, CSS. These are all the third-party tools they might use. Okay, now, so with the help of these third-party tools, they will raise the concern bugs on top of it. Okay, they will raise concern bugs on top of it, and those bugs has to be notified to the respective developers, and they have to fix those issues accordingly. Okay, so this is what. So next is what? Again, the another phase is what is another phase, guys? Any idea? Yes, the next phase is UAT, nothing but user acceptance test. Yep, user acceptance test. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean, guys? Any ideas? Yes, user acceptance test, in the sense the business users, okay, we used to call it as UAT, user acceptance test, which means most of the times they will focus on this data validation. But who will do the data validation? Got that point? Yes, data validation will be taken care by the, okay, business users here. Yes, absolutely, business users. Business users is going to involve with the, okay, involved with the testing activity. In case they identified any bugs, first they will question the QA team. Boys, you have not done the testing perfectly, so that is the reason we have identified some bugs. So make sure that it is not happen every time. So they will raise their concerns on top of it. Okay, so data validation, and which includes functionality testing also. Got me, guys? Functionality testing and data validation. So this is what is to focus, right? And what is the next activity? So once, let's say, once the UAT is given a sign off, okay, then what? What is another phase? That is what? Production, guys. That is the crucial phase. Okay, yes, production. Okay, so production will be definitely being used by your business users. Okay, by the business users. So obviously here also business users. Okay, business users, end users, both are same. Okay, so don't worry with that. No. So here, so daily end users will be using this report, and in case if they need, they might ask you to the enhancements to the existing report, and you need to provide a support. Okay, support, or we used to call it as maintenance to the existing reports in the platform. So these are all the activities that needs to be taken care, okay, at a project level, right, guys? So these are all the various stages that will be involved during the project. Okay, in each and every area, okay, your role is going to play a vital role. Okay, yes, guys, in each and every area you need, because let's say you can ask me a question, once it is moved to QA, is that what your job is done? No, definitely not. In case if they identified any bug, who has to do this? In case if they ask any kind of enhancements, who has to perform those enhancements? So that is the reason a Tableau developer is going to involve in all the crucial phases, but he might have some access limitations. Might be in production, he might not have a full control, but in development, he will be definitely having a full control on top of it. Right, guys? So this is the phase that each and every Tableau developer is going to be involved rigorously. Any questions, please? To do a transportation. Okay?
Okay.
Transportation from where to where? From
Dev to
QA. So who is going to involve? And you will come to know that as well. So in all these portions, okay, transportation is required. See, this is, you can call it as a transportation or promotion or deployment. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So this is to be required even in this portion also, but here from QA to UAT. Okay, QA to UAT, and even it is required even in this layer also from UAT to production. Okay,
Okay.
it's a valid point, and you will definitely come to know during the administration sessions. Okay, we are going to spend, that is what your Tableau server will do, in fact. Okay, so you are going to learn that activities also. Yep. And during the administrator activity, I'm going to explain these activities, and along with that, Tableau server installation and how to provide, how to create a usernames and how to provide access privileges. All such kind of activities will be discussed. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, please?